Hello and welcome to Follow Everton. Apologies. This is a completely new streaming platform that we're trying out because StreamYard have decided to increase the price, and I want to know what people think, if the picture and audio are clear, and if you can get your comments in. I just want to touch on the latest news today, which is that the Friedkin Group, Dan Friedkin, the Roma owner, has finally agreed a deal with Farhad Moshiri to buy Everton. Previously had agreed a deal to buy the club a few months ago and then infamously backed out due to some legal and financial issues between, I think it was 777 Partners, MSP, um, and Farhad Moshiri. So it was complicated. I think it was more to do with the 777 side of things. Anyway, Friedkin Group never went away. John Textor was lurking. He was very keen. Apparently, at one point, he was very close to buying Everton Football Club, but it was complicated because he needed to sell his shares in Crystal Palace, and that wasn't going to happen overnight. Farhad Moshiri has given up, but this is great news, I think, and I'm going to just briefly talk about it. As I said a moment ago, this is a new streaming platform that I'm using, RE Stream. I'm only on a free trial, haven't got the full package, but let me know in the comments, is the sound and audio clear? Is it in sync? And can you see all the comments in real time on the screen? Obviously, Peter Duggan has put his comment up. But can you see that in the top right-hand corner as well? Permanently, like a chat overlay, because that is quite a nice feature that I'm just deciding whether it's worth migrating over. Anyway, Friedkin Group. Listen, I'm a bit surprised that Moshiri didn't cling on to us into the club now, because I think the value of Everton Football Club is going to increase massively once this new stadium is completed. If he was to sell this club uh, with um, with a completed stadium, surely it's worth more than it is now. But even though we're nearly there, it looks like he's going to walk away with virtually nothing for his time, for his shares, and I think the Moshiri era is going to be something we look back on with mixed feelings. Really, because I think delivering the new stadium is such a big thing for us in terms of growth, but at the same time, the way he's invested poorly in the team and really not putting the most important things in place, which is the best recruitment people, the best negotiators, people with commercial acumen, um, and in the right places. So, and most importantly, that's where he went wrong. If he'd have employed a really good director of football, got all the scouting network in place, invested in the youth, um, we would be in a completely different position. But unfortunately, he was like a kid in the china shop. Yeah, I'll talk about the streaming in a minute. Um, Kid in a china shop, when really he should have just got bang, 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 the best scouts, the best director of football, the best negotiators, and we'd have been flying. But unfortunately, he didn't invest in these key areas, and it's all fallen apart. But we got to thank him for the new stadium. On Dan Friedkin, then, for me, as long as we're not going to be second best to Roma, then I'm happy. I don't want us to be the side chick. I don't want us to be a distraction. If you look at Roma, they're going to be building a new stadium, and I don't know how distracting that's going to be for everything, because that's a massive project. Can they afford to have two big clubs? I mean, Roma and Everton are two big clubs. When have you seen an ownership group own two really big clubs? You don't tend to see it. I mean, Man City, I think, are they linked with Girona, who are very high up in. Yeah, that's me, mate, because I'm balancing the camera I'm balancing. I'll explain more about how this is working today anyway in a moment. But I just want to talk about the Friedkin first. But as long as we're not the side chick, I'm happy. And as long as he's committed, because I really liked what John Textor was saying. I thought he said all the right things, but Dan Friedkin's been very quiet, and apparently he's a quiet owner. Roma fans aren't happy with the news, by the way, about him buying Everton. They're also not happy with him in general because of sacking Daniela De Rossi as well. So there's a load of politics going on between Roma and their fans. But listen, as long as his heart's in the right place, he's not buying us to be uh, another thing in his collector's box, and actually wants to try and transform Everton into a top club, then fantastic. We can all get excited. Anyway, the reason I've done the stream more than anything was to test this streaming platform, and I want to know, does the camera look clearer because I'm actually using a mobile phone into sync with a laptop? Obviously, this isn't great. This isn't how I do it normally. I'll put the phone on a stand and have more lights and do it properly and get it right, so I'm not looking away from it. But I quite like this with the comments showing up live on the screen. I don't know, what do people think about that? You can actually just fiddling around with this because this is completely new. Really don't know what I'm doing. I really genuinely don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know why I can't get rid of that logo, but that just needs to be removed. I don't understand. Come on, guys, give me some feedback. Does this work? Does this new setup where you can see the comments? The idea behind this is that when people comment on X, if there's anyone on X who can do me a favor and just comment saying hello, I'd like to see whether they come across multi-platform, so that the comments on X, Facebook, and YouTube would all show up on this screen. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see what people on Facebook are saying, and if you're watching on Facebook, you'll see what people on YouTube are saying, and X, etc., and try and make the show a little bit more interactive. And I think when we've got more than one person on, can this be made a bit smaller? Oh, I don't know what's gone on there. How does chat overlay? I'm learning on the job. I'm learning on the job here. So this is 30, I think this is $30 a month. The StreamYard have we were paying $10 a month. They've increased the price to $45 a month they want for StreamYard, and yeah, you don't get this chat overlay thing. So I'm quite interested in this. Lila's saying new style looks fab. When I watch this back, I'll see, and also the overall quality. Does it look crystal clear? Because I'm pretty sure StreamYard was struggling. Guys, let's get your thoughts on this Friedkin business then. Are you happy with the news? Happy to read some comments out before I wrap things up. And I'm not even using my headset today. Obviously, this was just a rush thing. I was just messing about. Next time, if I use this, I'll get my headset on and get it all set up properly. But I just wanted to see this system and how clear the picture quality is. When you change it though, and I don't use my phone, and I use the built-in camera. Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. That's not too bad. Obviously, that's just the Mac camera, but it actually allows you to use the phone as well, which is really quite clever. So you can have two cameras. Why would you want two cameras? I don't really need to bring comments, but I can highlight them like this. This is quite nice. Friedkin is professional, and look how swept in. Denied he was interested. I got under texter who believed would get it done. It's a shame the two parties couldn't have got involved, and I wonder whether Dan Friedkin's sorry, I wonder whether John Tax still be on the phone and recalling Mangala and asking him for Jake O'Brien back. Yeah, Rod's asking about the comments. Yeah, Rod. So I think that'll just always sit to the side of a second person. Does anyone want to do me a favor and jump on with me just so I can test this? Peter Duggan, if you're there, could you? I've just put a link in the comments. Are you able to copy and paste that and just jump on and help me test this? There's no other way I can do this, unfortunately. Lila, hi Lila. She's saying, I never get excited about anything Everton anymore. I just hope for the best. I've had the life kicked out of me. Yeah, I think we're all just extremely fed up, really, and not getting too excited. Emma's saying they weren't afraid to sack a club legend at Roma. Dyche won't be a problem, but I hope the Southgate rumours. Yeah, Southgate like really stinks of Everton, but I would say that's Everton of old. I wouldn't say that's Everton of now. And I think that Friedkin, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't come in and bring his own men in, bring his own director of football, bring his own manager, someone he knows, someone he works with, and tries to install a bit more of his own stamp on the club. Evening, everyone. I appreciate this. Someone's got to click on this bloody link for me and jump on and let me see how this works. Yeah, Peter, I'm not going. I just want to see if it pushes, if it keeps the chat overlay on, but has people side by side. I'm assuming it will allow you to. Let me see what. Just fiddling around with this thing here. Plus presentations, image. I don't know what this is. It's a bit buggy. So I can upload a photo, can I? Let's just see if this works. Let's have a nice photo of Chad. Let's see if this works. Okay, we've got a nice picture of Chad. So I'm assuming the next person who would jump on would sit on that side, and you can still have the chat, and you're not having to look down at the chat. You can have full screen, or if you're watching on the TV or your iPad or something. Is that a good feature? Is that enough to justify switching over from StreamYard? Is that a big feature? And also, we can get 1080p streaming on the premium version of this, which we wouldn't have. But I actually think the camera quality, this is the inbuilt Mac, but before. Dave, do it, please. I'm expecting nothing. I just want to see if it bloody thing works. Yeah, the quality when it used my phone was nice because the camera on the phone is much better, but obviously I can't get the angle at close range. Let's see what it sounds like with this now. Let's do some tests. I've actually got my Italia top on that I bought when I went to Rome. Ironically, bought in Rome along with a Roma kit last November. So it was like I preempt it. Let's see if this works. Audio. MacBook Air mic. Right. Right. This now should be on this mic. Does this sound clear? Is this better? It should be better. It's a bloody £200 headset. James, thank you. Better layout than before. Everyone is liking this this live chat thing, and it also means that I don't have to take my eye off the screen, and I can kind of look and interact as it's going on. Wormy Spoons, Mashiri's last dog turd on the carpet before he goes would be to appoint Southgate. Yeah, with an option where he couldn't be sacked for a 50 million payout. Payouts. It would be quite funny. Dave Walker, are you clicking on this? Are you joining? Is anyone joining me so I can test this thing? Everyone knows me. Oh, better on the phone. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You're kidding me. High resolution audio. Let's try that now. Come on, is that any good? It's got to be clear and crisp. I think StreamYard's getting binned. But is there any way of playing our theme tune? I mean, that's quite important. Video storage. Oh my goodness. You can. How do you get rid of this thing? What else can we do? Okay, so we can have captions. We can have a ticker. That's like before. That's good. Backgrounds. I'm assuming you can upload your own. Ukraine, really? We're non-political here, so we can't have that one. A customized background is only on the premium plan. Ooh, I quite like the black. We can have an overlay. Again, they're obsessed with Ukraine. We could have like some Everton things. No, I can't see us using that unless we had a sponsor and we needed it to show along the bottom. Oh, we have QR codes. Don't use that. We can actually sell products. We could have a sponsor there if we can actually find one so we can pay for this bloody channel. Because this is expensive shit, this. Have we got any VIPs in the comments? I want to see whether it comes up with a little circle next year and shows you as a VIP. We can have some tunes. I don't think you can do that, Lila. Can anyone hear this music in the background? You can have notes, design, assets. We've also got options to... Peter, it's a 1 second thing. You just click the link. I just want to test it for 2 seconds and you can jump off. Presentation. I can literally import a presentation. That's hilarious. Screens, share, extra camera, local video. Okay. I think I get the point. I think the features are quite nice. Bob, why does it need the 30-second time? It doesn't. I think that just gives people time to get on the stream. Dave's on. What do you mean you're on? How do I bring you in? Invite guests. How do I do this? I don't actually know how this works. Where do I see where my other guests are? Oh, huh? I can see someone. Okay. Dave! Oh my god. What's going on? How do I have both of me? Right, how do I do this?
Does it work?
Give me a second. Let me try and work this thing out. This is horrendous. Lila's not really. I don't think Lila's serious. She doesn't need to do that anyway. Right, let me see if I can... Oh my god. Okay. Dave, thank you so much.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just sit here and carry on with my work and do what you need to do.
Dave, can I ask you one question?
Yeah, man.
Are you happy with the Friedkin news today?
I wanted Texter, but I'd take pretty much anyone. Get my sherry out.
Is that anything to do with the sweet words that Texter had been saying about signings and that sort of thing?
Yeah, it's cocksure, and he very sure of himself and knows what he wants. And yeah, I liked what he was saying. Charmed me.
Yeah.
I was
Very
all for it.
ambitious. Very ambitious. Dave, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that. You've helped me out there. See you soon, mate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Dave done me a massive favour there. He's come on and helped me test it. Is there a way? What's this like on mobiles? What I want to see is, why is my sound coming back? Let me test this. Is this in my settings? System settings. When this sound is on. Let's test this. I'm going to. Why have we still got this on? I'm making my way around this. Let's have a look at some of the things that have been going on then. Did anyone watch the the Kevin Thelwell interview that he did with BBC Merseyside? He was very defensive of Sean Dyche and said that even in the games that Everton lost, we played really well. There was positives, which were quite interesting. Okay, just going to read out some of these things while I've got you here. The Friedkin Group have come to an agreement with the long-standing lenders, Rights and Media Funding, to pay back £225 million loan. This costs Everton currently £30 million in interest a year, which is exceptional, really. And I worded this as Everton are paying for a marquee player just in interest to this company every single year. So to pay off that loan, hopefully will free up £30 million to invest into new players. Really good news. He's extending his existing £200 million loan by tens of millions to cover the final fit of the club's new stadium at Brandymore Dock and also the running cost until the deal is ratified. And apparently this deal could take 8 weeks. So we've got, if 8 weeks today roughly collates to the end of November, then that's enough time for them to start planning for the January transfer window and bring in a couple of players. I'd be selling Calvert-Lewin if you can't agree a contract and bringing in a striker at that point. I bet everyone, the 5.9% of the shares that are owned by the fans and other people, minority shareholders, I bet they're happy because they're going to make a few quid. John Textor's public display of intent for the Toffees was understood not to have been welcomed, according to Mashiri's camp. Shut up. It's a bit odd. He literally gave us players for free in the summer. He could be a bit more kind. And he was getting asked about it. I suppose he could just say no comment, but the Financial Conduct Authority and the FA have got to approve this deal. It's not going to happen overnight. What's this one here? Oh, okay. You can like react to some video. Can you hear me at the same time as that video? Ooh, you could react to. Could you do a reaction to the Dyche press conference and actually have it inlaid, or would that breach copyright? That is quite interesting. Is there anything I can actually you can put a presentation there. This could be actually quite useful. Allow to share window. Let me have a look. I'm just going to test something now. Replace. Screen share. Hang on. What is this? No. This has got to work. Come on. Fair use. I agree. I've absolutely buggered this. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me have a look. Oh, I've shitted it up. Right, you can jump from that. Right, now let's just invite guests. Share your screen. Share window. Share this window. Oh my God. Can you see that? Can this be made bigger? Can I still bring the comments as well? Can I do a 3? I mean, that's not quite as good, but let me just see. That's pretty nice. Oh, bloody adverts. But you can see this. Oh, shitting hell. Spam. We can have a look here. This could be quite a nice way to do presentation because you could see me, you can see the chat. So let's have a look at Everton so far this season. The top player, Dwight McNeil, with a 7.45 rating, according to Who Scored. He's played 45 minutes, 2 assists and 1 goal in the number 10 position. Unable to share screen. Screen sharing is not allowed. Why? Share window. No, share this window. Okay, bollocks. I think this might need a bit more work. Can someone comment to tell me if they can see the Who Scored thing? Iliman and Die, 180 kilograms. Okay. Let's have a look now. Can I do it with the camera off? Let's just see whether it'll work with camera off. Your mic is muted. You're backstage. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. This is it's not going to be something we can do overnight, but there's definitely some features here that I think Chris is going to really like, and I really do like that chat overlay. Yes, Lila, I know. I know it was fine at first. I was just seeing we've got a screen sharing option. You're all going to moan at me when we have to go back to StreamYard because I've got everyone who only knows how to work StreamYard, and this is 35. Let's get the price for this restream thing. Restream cost. Free plan. Okay. The free plan is what we're on now. We can't record to more than 2 channels at once. Okay, that's why we can't show it on Facebook. So anyone who's watching on Facebook doesn't know we're streaming right now. That's a bit mean. Then you can't have your logo. Then you've got $16 a month. You can have your logo, watermark removed. Professional plan is full 1080p, 2 team seats, 5 channels. It looks quite good. I quite like this. But we're all waiting for new cameras. Right, Flash! Come on. I don't know where he is. What I'd like to know is if anyone here wants to donate to this channel to keep it so it's self-sufficient, then please sign up for a VIP membership. It's £2 or £3 a month. I'll show you how you do it. You go to youtube.com/follow Everton/join and click on that and become a VIP. That'd be great.
I don't know whether anyone here is a VIP because it's not actually coming up, showing me. But Flash, I want to see you become a fucking VIP. And if you've not done that in the next 10 minutes, I'm banning you like I did with whatchamacallit. Yeah, Robin Wes unfortunately decided about 10 days before the start of the season that they weren't going to do it anymore, retiring. I know Wes in particular, I think his mum's not well and there's a few things going on. So it wasn't appropriate to nag them to continue. And yes, we do miss them. But I think with all things, let me see something. So how do I invite someone? So we've got invite a link. Okay. Just seen the time. I was just messaging Corey, who did the post match with me the other day. He's going to be involved moving forward. Um, really good guy, Corey. I found him really nice to speak to and fascinating on that post match. But I just saw it's 20-10, so that's not realistic. Tranmere Rovers messaged me and asked me to promote their game on Friday, so just mention that if anyone's not got anything to do on Friday, then Tranmere Rovers are playing Friday against Salford, and they're looking for fans to go. So wouldn't do any harm going and supporting Tranmere Rovers and enjoying a bit of football without without having to worry about the result. I got a message also from Marine Football Club yesterday, saying we're looking for Everton fans. Do you know there's a sporting dinner a week on Friday with Alan Stubbs? So just to let you know that they're doing a sporting dinner with Alan Stubbs a week on Friday. So not this Friday, but the Friday after. Yeah, just looking at all these comments. Thank you so much. I just really like that feature where I can see it coming in and can kind of everyone feels a bit more connected when you've got the comments. It's just a shame we can't get Facebook involved at the moment. Lila's not giving me a grand. Lila, are you going to become a VIP? There's a 99p option. Everyone needs to chip into this. Everyone needs to chip in. Otherwise, we're going to end up stuck on this free option. I'll tell you our current VIPs. Aussie Chris, fucking is a pundit. I don't know why he's still paying. David Goundry, shout out to David Goundry. Becky Hillary, Amanda Stevens, thank you so much. Richo, if you're there in the comments. Mr. Toffees, he's been a member for 3 months. Derek Thornley, and we also have Emma, Sophia Smith. Emma, I'm sure I've seen Emma. It doesn't put a... Okay. I need to work out how this works. Do the VIPs still show in the YouTube chat with like the little Everton icons? I think the one thing that is a little bit of a disappointment at the moment is that I can't see who the any the most disappointing thing I can only see one negative to this so far is that I can't see who the VIPs are on that live chat, and I want that to. Is everyone saying yup to Eugene's comment about mods? I can't find a way of seeing who the VIPs are in that. Oh, they're saying yep to the icons, the Everton icons. Okay. Yes, Bob, we've had a few. I mean, we've had Jeff. I was thinking about this the other day. We had Jeff, Dan, Chris, Goodman, Amy, John Roskin. There's been others. There's been quite a few, and we've had people come in on one-off shows who have trialed. So I'm actively looking for new people to join the channel, and Corey is one that we're speaking with at the moment to come on. And we had Matthew a few weeks ago on with David. We're going to try and get him on again. See how these people get on. Yes, Rod, you could probably message them, but on Twitter, but I don't think they will. I don't think they'll do it. £37,000 a year for an executive box is absolutely outrageous. Eugene, we're not promoting that channel. If I told you why, you'd appreciate it. Does Emma live near a KFC? I could never be a pundit. I know. Yeah, but I know nothing about football either, Bob. I think that's the beauty of it. Yes, Corey, this is the takeover is real. It's all agreed. Paul Colgate was my contact for the new Stadium Premier Bar. They looked expensive, but great. Are there no cheaper ones than that, than 37,000, or are they all sold out now? Yes, this is Wool TV. Thank you very much. Considering I live in Allerton, which is within the Liverpool City boundary, that joke doesn't actually work. I suppose with the live chat, it means you can't avoid the chats now. Yes, Peter, I'll be honest, I don't think you could be a full-time member. We need you in the chat. And also, we need to keep this PG 12 most of the time, mate. Yes, Ian, do you fancy having a go? It's all about a laughs here. Roy Nixon, we're still one of 10 clubs capable of winning the league now. We have a new owner, new stadium, anything is possible. I agree. I think this is the last season where we'll be skinned. I think next season, once we get some sponsorships in, commercial deals, naming right for the stadium, and that sort of thing, we'll be flying, especially paying off this debt, which is just a very, very expensive debt, this rights and media funding debt. O'Brien, no, if Michael Keane, listen, this is something I put on Twitter that was annoying me. Michael Keane got beaten by Ollie Watkins for the header at Aston Villa. He also got beaten in the air for the corner, which Leicester scored from. He also was in the wrong place for the Bournemouth goals. He didn't read the situation and head it away. And he's a 6'5" centre-back. Michael Keane's biggest asset defensively is his aerial ability. And if he's not able to use that, then what is the point of him? And so I ask you the question about Jake O'Brien. if Jake O'Brien, would Jake O'Brien have dealt with that? Is he better in the air? He's 6'6". And if the answer is yes, then why isn't he playing? And if the answer is no, then why the hell have we signed this lad for 18 million? The most basic aspect of being a central defender is being able to head the ball away. And finally, Eugene McGeever is saying Branthwaite and Nathan Patterson back again for Everton. Yes. Jared played 90 minutes and Nathan played 60 minutes at right wing back. Everton conceded 3 goals to Sunderland under 21s, who are a championship team. Ian, I'm not meant to laugh at that. Guys, I want to wrap things up. I'm tired. This was only meant to be a little quick chat to just see how this things works. Just before I go, if you'd like to give me your final thoughts, do you think this setup is nice? The quality, and is it laggy? Does the picture look clear when I use the phone and on this? And also, is that live embed chat better than being able to distinguish who the VIPs are on screen? I've requested it to restream and ask them if they can integrate the VIP thing that YouTube have got so we can see who the VIPs are. And don't forget, if you want to support this, because basically what's happened is we're paying $10 a month for StreamYard, and then they've removed that plan and changed it to $45 a month. So I'm looking at alternatives, and this one is, for what we would need, it is $39 a month. So I think we get a 20% discount as well if we've moved over from StreamYard. So I'll have a look into it. Comments down below after the live. What do you mean? Wonder whether you can this go underneath? Wonder if there's a different way you can do the layout, but I'll have a fiddle around with this. Thank you so much, guys. I don't know how to end this. Is there any way of playing our video?